They are teenagers growing up in the same town.
My parents now are like, well, maybe you're not. Maybe you're just mentally ill. You're going to get over it.
When you say disowned, what does that mean?
Basically brought off, cut off all contact with me.
I mean, did he literally say that you're going to burn in hell?
He said homosexuality is a sin and that sinners will burn in hell.
Whoever you're mean to or biased to, that could be the one that just goes off and kills himself.
Tonight, a matter of choice, talking to gay teens.
From ABC News, this is Nightline.
The advent of sexuality tends to deposit a storm of confusion on even the best adjusted youngster. But for straight kids passing through that difficult period, there are some safety nets. They can discuss their sexual needs and urges among themselves. There are other family members, older siblings, uncles, aunts, who can be helpful. There are counselors in school. There is a vast amount of available literature on the subject. Gay adolescents tend to be isolated, frightened by the differences they perceive between themselves and the rest of their peer group.
I didn't want to be a homo. I didn't want to be a fag. I didn't want to be this. So I'm like, I'm just in the wrong body. And I kept it that way for a long time. And then it didn't feel right. So I'm like, wait a minute, no, I am gay. And that was like freshman, sophomore year of high school.
Was there anybody you could talk to? I mean, before you talked to your mom?
No.
Anybody at school you could have turned to?
I was like, Roanoke, who's here, you know? There's no people here. My gaydar wasn't up yet. So I was just like kaput. But
You alone in the world?
yeah. And even though my mom knew at that point that I was gay, it was still like, no one really understands. You can't just go, hi, are you gay? Do you want to date me? You know, you just can't do that. And it was really, really tough. Just the big isolation, that's what it was. And I wasn't going to sell out to be straight.
Stephen, can you understand those feelings?
I couldn't go to places that had support for me because mom and dad would find out. And being totally alone in this world is not something that little kids or even teenagers need to. I don't really think that it would be easier because the people that really matter to you, your family, are the ones that make fun of you.
Your parents, are your parents very devout, religious people?
Extremely. They're
You sort of say that with extremely. What does that mean?
Yes. Essentially, all gay people, bisexual people, transgender people, anybody that's not Christian is going to go to hell. So me, that's like, I can't ever tell my parents. I can't let anybody know. I mean, I'm going to go to hell now, you know? My parents now are like, well, maybe you're not. Maybe you're just mentally ill. You're going to get over it. Now they're like, well, maybe you have a demon. We'll cast it out of you. It's like, I don't think that's going to happen.
When I came out, it wasn't a really big deal.
How old were you?
14. It's pretty young.
Who'd you tell first, mom or dad?
I told mom. She really never made a big deal of it. It was, okay, you're gay. At least I won't have to worry about you getting pregnant. You know, it's wonderful. I thank her so much for that.
Yeah, I tried to tough it out because I wanted to really finish school, and I had like a lot of plans that I wanted to do and everything, but it just got too tiring for me because I had to face it day after day after day.
When you say it, what's it?
The questions, the taunting, the harassment and stuff.